Well, a very good afternoon. Thanks for clicking on to the Thursday edition of Vogan's US Outlook. Maine has been struck yet again for the third time in a week with very heavy snowfall indeed. We've been talking about another foot of snow in parts of Maine, which totals the depth of snow in parts of the state in excess of 60 inches. We've seen, I think we've got a level snow depth near the summit of Mount Mansfield in Vermont of around 90 inches. So we are talking about some very, very significant snow depths in northern parts of New England and up into Maine. With the series of very significant snowstorms. In fact, we've had three weather bombs, if you will, with pressure drops of 24 millibars within a 24-hour period three times this week. So I don't actually know when the last time that's taken place. I'm going to have to look into that, but certainly very, very interesting stuff indeed. And very significant snow, like I say. Chilly air is now filtering in from Canada across the northeast and the mid-Atlantic region. We're even seeing snowflakes flying in the nation's capital as well. That system exits off, and eventually we'll see milder air coming into the northeastern half of the country. But it's all eyes now starting to shift towards California and the west. Not so much just for Northern California, folks, but this time around, we're talking about Los Angeles, Southern California. We could be talking about one of the biggest 24-hour rain totals in LA on record, dating back into the 1800s, should I say. So let's skip through and you can see here what we're talking about. So as we go through the day tomorrow, you can see here that area of low pressure centered near the Bay Area, but you notice here a plume of very heavy rainfall taking aim right around the LA basin up the coast to Santa Barbara. Also, very significant snowfall once again for the Sierra Nevada. This is all good news. This is all good news for the reservoirs, for lake levels, and the only downside to this is the impacts that we're seeing with so much water coming down so fast. We're going to potentially see even flash flooding around the LA basin with this. And of course, there is parts of California, believe it or not, that don't need any more rain. So we are very, very gradually starting to say cheerio to this multi-year drought across California with this type of setup. Drying out across the northeastern half of the country, as you can see here. But this system will have big impacts, like I say, over the next 24 to 48 hours. Still raining end of the day on Saturday, possibly some shower activity even as we push into the day on Sunday. But once that system clears off down into northwestern Mexico, we're turning our eyes to another system. Also, Northern California should extend down in through Southern California as well. And we're also going to be talking about some very significant snowfall through the Cascades, through Sierra Nevada as well, with all this as well. So this is a series of storms coming in, not just one single hitter, but we're going to see another two, three, maybe four systems coming into California over the next week or so. By the time we skip out to Thursday of next week, so this is a week today, and we're still talking about more systems coming into the western half of the country. Looking at snowfall over the next week, and we do have some very significant snowfall to speak about across the western half of the country. As you can see here, no real surprise, we've got more snowfall expected, but some of this up across New England is the snowfall that we've seen from the current system. We also have somewhat of a kind of clipper-like system coming down from Canada that will bring potentially a dusting to an inch or so across parts of North Dakota in towards Chicago, down into Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as well. So we are also talking about record warmth across the central portion of the country. It was 70s all the way up into South Dakota. Could be talking about the low 60s, believe it or not, in Minneapolis. You have to go back to 1981 for the last time that Minneapolis, at this time in February, has seen temperatures in excess of 60 degrees. So this really is an interesting winter as we start to aim towards the month of February. And that is it for today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I'll hopefully be back in the next couple of days. Bye for now.